What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Captain of Industry. I'm pretty short on time today, so I'm gonna get right into it. Last time we left off with this glass maker because we want to make vehicle parts, vehicle parts too, so that we can start upgrading some of our trucks. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to finish upgrading our production line. So first step on that is going to be building these copper furnaces and then moving our copper production over so that we can get rid of these to give us space to expand our steel production, so then we can make our mechanical parts out of steel. We're gonna need 2 maintenance depots, which each of those takes 24, so we'll need 2 assembly 3s just for those 2, and then for an assembly 2, or does an assembly 3 also have a recipe for vehicle parts? It's another 24. And then for our research, we need... Jeez. Oh, jeez. And how many lab equipment do we need for... It takes 16. And that would do 4 of those. Sorry, that takes another 16. So we're probably gonna want 2 for maintenance, and then 1 for vehicle parts. Because if we set you to vehicle parts, then that makes 16. Should go down to 8. Should allow us to make sorry. It's early in the morning. My brain is still not functioning. Would allow us to make 8 vehicle parts total of the vehicle parts 2. And then if we pump that into a storage, that should be fine. Yeah, that should be okay, just because I think then we're going to be running ourselves low on steel. So let's get this started. I'm just going to, if I can actually, I think this is all plumbed up the way it should go. We have copper, slag, acid. You're all set. And are these set to use acid? They are. Awesome. So then we're just gonna want a belt. How much do y'all make? 24, 48, 96. And then let's think, how do we want this to come out? Or where do we want this to come out, rather? So if we're gonna plan to have more over here, if we have the meat in the middle, it's kind of our best bet. That we no longer need. That was from when we copied it. And that we do need, that we do need. Oh, no, wait, no, we do need that. Because that goes to you. And I did it different than the other side, so I'm going to redo it. Yeah, nice and symmetrical. Okay. And then if we were to copy all of this, collision with blast furnace, yeah. Does that give us enough space? So that would go to like the middle of that one for now. Does that give us enough space? Ugh, the S key on my keyboard is not working as it should, and it's very frustrating. If we put this, oh jeez. Well, we need to actually do this first, because it'd be the other half of that first setup, or we would do it like this. That would go to there. Should give us enough space. Yeah. Okay, so let's, if we can, just unpause. We could even just unity everything. Let's just go ahead and do that. So they'll start filling up those storages then. The coal already is because we stole that to use for glass, which we're not making because not enough space for output. What are you? I never connected these slag ones. So duh, you're not gonna work. Do that. How about now? Sweet. So now we're making glass again. Alright. So, if we're going to have this doubled, what is your problem? I don't want you to import or export there. So now we just need a place for all of these to come out. So would that be enough space to do? Yeah, okay. And then at this point, actually, that'll be 48, which is fine. And at this point, we'd need a conveyor too. This would be more than 60. That's not gonna work. The only way to make it look nice is to do it this way. Okay. It's okay. What was that alert? Okay. They'll get that figured out. And then I guess we have our copper storage. Go. Here's fine. Let's get this stuff built then so they have a place to output to. Looks like everything is working. They're bringing copper over. We have acid. Slag is getting filled up. And now that's making copper. Okay. Then we need to move our electronics over. And I guess we should look at seeing if we can upgrade those assemblers also. So, assembly 3s to make electronics. You take 24. How much are we making right now? We're making 48. How much do we need? So we'll need 2 of those is 24. And then, where was that? Yeah, these. Nope. There was that one. And I think I set this one here for research parts. So that was 12, 24, 32, 40. And then I think we use it over here too, right? Yeah, 40 plus another 36, 76 electronics, if we're using all of our stuff at one time. So we'd need probably 3 of these. It'd be 72, which is slightly less. We can plan to have 4. And then do we want to centralize this, like, be in the middle of where our copper is, or do we want to put it off to one side and then assume that we're going to use it for something else later? Like use the other space for something else. that takes rubber as well, but we're fine on rubber. I think you're doing your thing, and we should probably change you to be using sulfur when you can, because I think we have a lot of sulfur. We do have a lot of sulfur from our sour water stripper. Yep. We don't have any oil stored up. You guys, okay, you have some in you. Alright. Awesome. We've run out of wood. Let's pause that. We're not hurting for coal anyways, so... What's going on with our wood? You guys just don't have enough trucks, or... No, that's okay. It's alright. They're also delivering it to there, I think, so we're gonna stop that. I don't think we're using any fuel gas over here, because it doesn't seem like we have any excess vegetables or food at all. Sorry, I know I'm getting distracted, but I want to see where they're at on this. Yeah. Once you tell me you have nothing to do, I'll have them stop doing this. They'll go back to this, and then I'll fill this all in with dirt exclusively. Because remember, our plan with that is then we can try to put more farms there. Alright, back to this. We need to decide where electronics are going to go. And what do those take? Just copper and rubber. But that makes... So, to use 4 of those, we'd need... Is that 96 copper? Oh, it's just 4 of those. Okay, and then we're going to plan to double that eventually. Alright, yeah, that's absolutely plenty. Let's, So let's plan to do... I already don't like where I put that copper thing. That copper storage. I feel like now I should have put that back further so that those furnaces line up with those furnaces. Whatever. It's fine. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. So electronics, I'm gonna put, say, just here. I think I'm gonna have to move them out a little bit further to get the belts in. So then you get a flat conveyor, and yeah, okay, so this will be the rubber one, which over here we were doing as the belt that goes up. Just a height 1. And I think we'll have that come in from this direction. We can put a rubber storage in somewhere our trucks are going to be able to get to. Which we'll figure out momentarily. Okay, that's that. And then copper. We might have to upgrade some of these belts now that I'm thinking about it. Because, yeah, so the first 2 would be fine. All the individual belts that feed in would be fine, but I think this whole one along the back should be upgraded. Not you, but you, and then, yeah, okay, rubber is a little bit amount, so we're good on that. Then let's copy one of you, and somewhere that the trucks I know can get to is going to be here. We're going to make this rubber, and we'll build this so that they have a place to put more rubber. is we're gonna now, not that, would have been fun. It's an iron storage. We're gonna mark that to be deleted, and let's get some of these built. Maybe not that one, because I did not finish routing that. Alright, so let's get all this running. Once we know that it's good. Okay, it's making electronics. Awesome. Now we can give ourselves an electronics storage. I'm gonna do like, do we want space to upgrade or to expand these? I guess we can just leave that space available. Yeah, let's do that. And then we will put one of you right there. I'm gonna upgrade that to 2. And wait, how much do you output? Ugh. 24. So 24, 48. From you on has to be conveyor 2. Technically the ones coming out don't need to be, but it's okay. Then they'll all match at least. Okay, and let's build you and all of you. So that'll fill up with electronics. We can now, I want to say confidently delete this stuff, but yeah, I think we should be good. We might just have to have our trucks haul that stuff over. That's okay. Mark all of that to be deleted. Let's go ahead and quick remove that so it gets deleted as well. And this. We then no longer need this piece of our belt. We'll just have to remember to rebuild that, and that was electronics. And then you all are marked to be deleted. Awesome. This water pipe is now not used for anything because we switched this to acid. So, but we will need it for our steel stuff. Okay. So that frees up a lot of room for us. That's already completely full. That's awesome. So, that might be in the way of our stuff we want to do. Where are you trying to get to? Oh, how did you get stuck in there? Okay. Recover you. What's going on? Nothing. Alright. How you guys doing over here? You're not filling and then dumping. Okay, yeah. Sometimes when these designations are marked to dump on the edge, like what I think they were doing over here, is that they would dig it out, the trucks would come dump it up here, and then it would slide back down, so they'd have to dig it up again. So that's why I moved it around the edge to prevent that from happening. So they're almost done with that. Let's check on our ramp over here. It's coming along. Good, good. Awesome. So now we're going to want to, we have a good amount of iron stored up. You're waiting for products. That's going to be important. Can I somehow export routes? Why? Okay. I guess we'll just set up a belt for now then, so that I can keep going while we're working on finalizing everything else. It's okay. So this will just be temporary, just because I don't know long term where our maintenance depot is actually going to sit. Like if it's still going to be there, or if I'm going to move it up or whatever. Okay, so that'll fix that issue. And now we are making 96 copper or electronics. So that's plenty for everything we have here. Let's go ahead and upgrade that pipe, or that belt, and that one as well, to make sure we're getting electronics in fast enough. Okay. And it's going to be telling us low maintenance. Yeah, okay. I'm going to check off some of the stuff that we did as well. And I haven't looked at water recovery yet, so we'll leave that. Okay. To you, we have tons of iron stored up for these, and tons of mechanical parts, so I'm not worried about just deleting everything here. Back all of this up so I can come in with a fresh set of eyes. Once they take all that away, I'm going to grab this and line it up. Collision with pipe. Is that what it's saying? Or collision with pillar. Okay. So you need to move. It's also got a little extra piece there I must have missed. That's fine. You gotta move to somewhere else there. Once that's built, I'm gonna delete from here to here. Missed a couple little pieces of belt. Okay, now let's copy this again and lay that over top. Collision with UC. Okay, what's colliding? Okay, did that place everything we need? Sorry, me mashing my keyboard because the stupid S key. It looks like everything is connected. So then, how did we do this? We did iron. Let's delete this as well. And then we'll go. That. All the way across. And then hole. There's a connector there, for whatever reason. And I made that a 2, which does not need to be. Just a flat conveyor 1. Oh, that's a flat belt. And it needs to be, what are you, U-shaped? Yeah, okay. Understood. Oh, that needs to be a connector. I see, okay. Okay, well then this is going to have to come at a little bit of an angle, but that's okay. That's fine. I won't tell anybody if you don't. Then over there like that, and down. Okay, so now they all have that. Our slag, before we forget, we just ran straight back. Nice and neat. Neat-ish on that one. Yeah. And then okay, now we gotta think about how we want to do this. Because we're gonna want to set it up so that it prioritizes this stuff before this stuff. So I think what we're gonna do is connect this belt there. And then we're gonna delete this at some point so it'll come all the way down here into a storage and then back the loop. I believe is what we're gonna want to do. So let's get all of this, if we can, built, which it looks like we can. Those are our additional storages that we planned in. And then we can copy everything except for this little belt at the back, which I think I'm finally ready to just delete these and be done with them. I thought that like forever ago, and then we ran out of coal, but I think we're good on our coal now. Not enough maintenance. It's going up. Yeah, we're good. They're digging straight up coal, and we should be good. Are you guys about done? Yes, you are. Crude oil resources getting low. I don't remember having these unpaused. I do have them unpaused because why? Don't know, but I'm gonna pause them because we don't really need them running when we have this all going. We do need to upgrade this, but I'm not gonna do that now. I'm not gonna do that now. I'm not gonna do that now. So the leveler will have you go back to what you were doing, which was this project here. Actually, I don't like that. Say like that, but I don't want them interfering with the dumping thing I'm about to set up. I guess they won't because they'll be dumping only to height 24. So, yeah, that's fine. Alright, and then what we need to do is remove this designation here, and then we'll set a, well, first we're going to set up a mine control tower. This is going to be temporary, so it might be kind of a waste, but oh jeez, that almost, I'm surprised it hasn't collapsed or given me a warning it's going to collapse. I'm going to put this, yeah, I guess here, because then we'll use it to do this. There. What can be dumped here? Just dirt. Dirt exclusively. And then we're going to set up your area to be this. Just making sure I got all the little pieces so it's perfectly flat, so it doesn't give me any errors. Okay, and then dumping designation. Of course, I might have missed a couple little ones there. And I'm just gonna do all of this I want this all to be dumped with dirt. Okay, it's telling me all that is good. Edit your area just a little bit higher to include that little square. And then we'll set up an export route from you to you. So I think they'll just take whatever dirt they have and go straight here. I'm hoping is the case. Perfect. So they'll get that filled back in. Meanwhile, these are not running because why? Output is full. Output is full. Your outputs are all full, but there's nothing on this belt unless maybe that's just because it has nowhere to go. Alright, well now we are out of iron. So I'm going to delete that. Delete that. These we are going to upgrade, alright? Which I think we like where they are. So, and how many were we going to do? We're going to do 4. Making construction parts. Or mechanical parts, sorry. Hold on, I gotta figure this out real quick. How many were we gonna do? I made myself all confused now. These take steel to make mechanical parts. Yeah, I think I was gonna do 4 of these because they're 1-to-1 with those. And we're gonna want 2 of those, and then 1 for that, and another 1 for that. Yeah, okay, so 4. So we're gonna nope. Upgrade all 4 of you, and I'll unity the parts because we have plenty, and then we can set you a new recipe to use steel. Oh wait, nope, I did that backwards. Oops. And then we'll copy that. There we go. So now these are all on steel to mechanical parts, which you each take 24. So this is going to be a higher level belt. I'm trying to do this quickly before we have totally run out of maintenance parts. Okay. So now we need a steel storage. We have one there. And we're just, for the time being, gonna put you, say, here. Because what else do you, just steel. Just steel, okay. And that's 12, 24, 36, 20, 48. Okay, so that's fine for a level 1 belt, and then output from here as a level 2 flat. All the way down to there. And then we'll unity build all of this also. Go. And for right now, I'm gonna have to tell this to output immediately so that we get this before our maintenance crashes again. Alright, so I guess we are gonna keep that stuff there because it lines up pretty nicely with the existing production line. So that being said, probably gonna want to put you here. Build you. electronics. Can we copy? That whole, whatever. It's giving me a tough time trying to copy that. And you're not gonna let me do that nicely because of this. Why is this belt like this? And also upgrade our mechanical storage. So real quick, delete this. And you also, because you're bent weird. And then we'll do... Actually, we're going to upgrade this whole belt. We'll do it as one. There. And go. Which we should now let us do... Yeah, straight down like that. And then you straight in. We now have double the maintenance, which is good. As long as our steel can keep up. Don't want anybody going there. Same with all of these. Okay, so now are we waiting on anything? No, you're all working, all making steel. Awesome. So you guys are going. I want to see our consumption of maintenance. Our average consumption peaked at like 530, is what it looked, 550 almost. Okay. But now our production just spiked, so we should be good. Yeah, we're up on that now. So now this is all going sweet. We have so many electronics. That's awesome. That rubber is pretty much full. Good. Good. Glass is... Are you going as well? Waiting for products. Your slag is full. Oh my gosh, seriously, bro? Sorry if you were screaming at your screen, because I know in the videos that I've watched, I do the exact same thing. When they miss like a tiny little piece, I'm like, bro, how are you so stupid? And I am bro, currently, because I'm stupid. Anyway. Yes, okay, so that's that. Now, we wanted to dedicate just one. We have space here that we could do another one of these at some point once we get enough steel. We'll just leave that there so we know. That's our plan. So you, we can upgrade to an assembly 3. Right? Is that what we want to do? I mean, I did it already, so. And that's making parts 1. Which then we're gonna want. I don't think. These don't output anything right now. I think eventually they output like recyclables, which then we can put back into our system or something. Vehicles are extremely busy. It's okay. Still dumping dirt here. I might have to. I don't know how I'm gonna, like, I don't really want to pause this because then they have more stuff to dump. What if well, our trucks are really busy, so I don't really want to do that. Is there a way I can, like, set up a dirt export straight from somewhere? I don't know. They're digging up a lot of rock right now, but once we get into, like, over here, it should be more dirt. Maybe let's do that. You edit your area. What if we tell you to just do this first? still a little bit of like stone and stuff, but if we tell you to do that first, it should be digging dirt. More dirt, anyways. All right. So back to this. So these will output recyclables eventually. I think this is where we're gonna put our research. You take mechanical parts and electronics. And now this belt is in the way. That. That's hideous. There we go, better. We'll get you built. So that's gonna be our line. We're not researching anything right now. I guess we could research ship armor now that we have steel, because I think that's what it takes to upgrade the armor. Speaking of which, we haven't sent our ship out anywhere. I always forget about that. Just go off and explore something. So then that's going to come straight down here. So I'm trying to think about where we want our vehicle parts storage to be, or it's not going to be in the way of this or this. Get rid of these now. We have that. You're making 16, which can support 2 of those. We're good on that. I guess we could just do it in a straight line, and then it'll go into there. Doesn't quite match what we have over here with our construction stuff. But I guess that's fine. I guess that's okay. So I'm gonna want to delete this, I think. Definitely gonna want to delete that. And quick remove. Why are you still filling up? Stop. I need this gone. Ship in battle. Ooh, we have more guns than you. We should be able to smoke that guy. And we have. Nice. Ooh, okay. Ooh, a sulfur mine. Okay, that's cool. So now, I'll move you to there. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I will put a storage. Just like here, because then when we have this there, both of these, you output 16. Move this back one. Both of you will feed that. Pause now. You're going to be vehicle parts 1, and then these need a few things, so we're going to want to space them out. Give them plenty of space so that we can do our belts. So vehicle parts will have come in on the floor. Glass will have come in from over there, and then steel will have come in from this way. Or actually, it's there too. Are we not making enough steel, by the way? Seems to be enough to keep up. I think we don't need all of these going yet. Yeah, we don't really. Okay, so... And where are we going to have steel come from? Probably from here. We'll like continue this. At this point, I'm going to delete this. And then take... do we want to do like just a flat balancer here? I feel like that'll give me the most control over where the steel goes. That interfere with our setup. Kind of does. Unless we do it here. Yeah, we can do it there. That's not bad, actually. Nope. Flat balancer. That will not connect to that. Okay. I got juked. I got juked. Please take that. Thank you. Okay, so now that's good. We'll connect. Nope. You to that. And then get this all built. You are going to be the input. Nope. Output. You are the priority output, so that our steel first and foremost goes to the mechanical parts, so that we can make maintenance parts, because that is the most important. Then we will have a belt go this way. Ooh, yeah, what we can do is... No. Belt like that. Let's go to our construction parts. How much do y'all take? 12. So that did not need to be... Okay. Actually, unless we do... Why did that do that? I totally missed that when I built that. What the freak? Absolutely terrible. Jeez Louise. Okay. Then we'll have to bring one from here. How much? Again? Nope. Just 8 total. Okay. So from here, go to height 2. Cannot join. Huh? To there. Is it straight? Yep. Invalid connection. I feel like I could do that differently. I go there, and then come out. No? I do have to be back one more? Okay. My bad, I guess. Okay. That brings in steel. And then feel like that's way too far back. Do we have another one that takes 3? Yeah, how did we get that so steep there? When that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I guess it's the same. Whatever. Glass is gonna come from very far away. Very, very far away. Are we still making glass? Waiting for products. What did I do now? Waiting for products. Waiting for products. Oh, we don't have any quartz. Right. Are we filling in more of this yet? Are these all mixed? I think they're all mixed loads. Can we tell one of these, or all of them, to target dirt, maybe? Would that help? Just for now, and then we can obviously have them not do this later. Just because I need the trucks to be full of dirt in order to... Where are you taking that? You're going to get fuel. Alright, yeah, they're just dumping dirt here. Hold on. We're going to have to stop this. We will resume it later, but I need the space for the farms first. It looks great, guys, but I need this. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. Okay, looking good on time. Glass. Do I want to run a belt all the way over here? Not really, but that might be the best way to go about it. So, how do you go up to height 1? What's a pretty way to get over there? Probably what we're gonna have to do is go. Does that get over? No, it does not. Let's do this at height 1. Okay, that's our vehicle parts. And glass. Oh, come on, tell me you can get under there. That is annoying. I don't really want to move them out much farther, because then they're just sticking out. They already are sticking out. I guess we can just go all the way back, because what I was going to do is just trace this belt anyways. See if they're... Yeah, okay. Alright. No valid destination to deliver dirt. Cap, bro. Right. How about over there? Huh? Over there, buddy. Why are these all just... Oh, wait. Do not accept assigned only. That was the problem. Only the trucks from this one were allowed to come dump over here. That is not, in fact, what we wanted. Alright. Think. We need to get glass. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and do it. Whatever. That's okay. So we need this to be glass. To height 1. Just trace this. No, we won't, because that hits our other one. I guess they can go next to each other. What? Go straight, bruh. Why on earth is it doing that wonky thing? Like, just go straight up. Whatever, it doesn't have to look pretty, I guess. That's pretty enough. Pretty enough. Settlement is full of trash, that's not good. One moment while I address that. Alright, why are you full of trash? Oh, because now there's no place to dump. Ugh. Okay. Let's see if we put this back in. If they still dump dirt over there. How was this? Just ramped up. Yeah. To 24. Like that, something like that. I want to get this filled in. I need to make sure that it gets filled in, but we need a place to dump trash. Waste is piling up. That's gonna hurt our health, but some trucks are coming to deal with it now. It's just a lot. There we go. Army of trucks. Okay, that'll get... Oh, jeez. That really hurts. Holy crap. Let's build another buffer. I know that's not a good long-term solution, but I just needed to get it out of there to get rid of this stupid infection. We do not need another population crisis. know, you know. Now we need to figure out how we want this to get connected in. So I don't want to put it in the way of where our other copper ones are going to go. So why don't we do... something like this. Nah, bro. Something like that. It's a very long belt. And it kind of goes in a weird way, but that's just what it is. And then the last thing we need was vehicle parts to go in here. We never connected you to you. Right, okay. That makes vehicle parts too. Once we have enough stuff, which is that our steel starting to back up a little bit? It would appear so. I mean, we still have none in the storage, but it was directing some not to our mechanical parts, which is good. I don't have anywhere to keep that, but we need it gone. That now will let us put in our next set of course I put that in the freaking way. Of course I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. It lets us put in our next set of what am I trying to say? Blast furnaces for steel. Can we do that, or should we give them a space? I don't know if there's... I'll give myself a space because something might come up eventually, whatever. Yes, yes, yes. I know, I know. Alright. So then we'll have to adjust this. Whatever, you can output to there, that's fine. You can also output there. This needs to be flipped. That needs to be flipped. That, and don't need that at the moment. But probably need to flip you. So, what is broken there? Okay, just two connectors up against each other. That's fine. Wow, that looks crazy out the back. I didn't even see that before. That's awesome. So let's try to get another 2 of these built. This, and then your exhaust goes there. To the smokestack, which we also need. So you. Why didn't I just do this? And then we can see what's missing. So I think we're gonna need you to not import or export stuff. Water has to be hooked up. Wish you could just do that automatically without having to break stuff like that. That's our water line. which now, actually, how much water are these all using? Might be needing to upgrade you and you at least. Because you will only take 12, and then 6, 12, 24, 36. Yeah, that's okay. So we actually would have been fine with it upgrading that, but that's okay. That's fine. So now you're waiting for water, and that's it. Okay. Sweet. Except actually, you don't have any iron or coal. Let's steal some. Some coal and calculate that. There we go. And there's iron. How much do y'all take? Okay, so we are definitely going to need to upgrade some of these. Need to output. Ooh, yeah, okay. Slag output. And I will make sure this time that it is connected properly before I take my eyes off of it. Hello. Okay. Okay. Unity, unity, unity. Okay. You're working. Your output is full. Your output is full. Because you're waiting for... this is built the wrong way. Because it was opposite. Or I guess I didn't know where the water was coming from, to be fair. So now you should have water, and that just increased our steel production quite a good bit. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How much output is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this belt is perfect, 60. So we don't have to worry about that. Might soon be seeing some steel backing up, but it might take a while because we're producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 72 steel. We're using 36. 44. 48. We're using like almost 90 some when these are fully running. Yeah. Okay. We should now be able to put in a vehicle storage or part storage for vehicle parts 2. Parts 2. Build that. And that should be the last piece that we actually need to make our vehicle depot. So we can do this. Okay, I think, pretty sure this is where we're going to put it. Because that'll be well out of... Ooh, we're out of fuel. Why are we out of fuel? Do we have oil? Yes. Is it soon time for us to do some more with this? Probably. That's probably why I left these running. Because it's supplements. Okay. We're gonna maybe use up the rest of that oil store sometime soon. Where's our next? We have a little one there, which we're gonna have access to soon. Surprised there's none here. It's not oil, right? No. There's a little one there. Yeah, okay, well, we need the fuel at the moment, so. How's our dumping going? Good, it looks like. You guys still... Yeah, there's still plenty of dirt for you to dig. Okay. And they're going on the ramp again. Okay. Good, 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 good. Okay. So I think, because we're going to want... Where's our research stuff? Research lab 1. That would fit almost perfectly, not quite. Yeah, it actually not quite fits. Because if we're making 24, we could do 4 of these, which is kind of overkill. I also didn't leave any space for then making research parts 2. Yeah, not enough fuel, not enough fuel. Yes. If you're wondering what's paused over here, this is another sour water stripper that we're not using yet. So, what's the deal here? Should be getting plenty of oil. Do we have any other ways right now of making diesel? Cracking unit, but we don't really have fuel gas. Yeah. So I guess we're gonna wanna upgrade this to a cargo depot 4 so we can upgrade you. And then we can upgrade this and say go faster, which we actually could do like already. We have plenty of Unity. That takes a lot of workers, but I think that's fine. And then let's just go ahead and let's just do it. We have all the parts we need. Let's just say upgrade it. It's working. Okay, we'll check on that again soon. We'll have to keep our eye on this. I don't know if any sort of landslide is going to affect these pillars. Okay, so once this is done, I think the boat will go off and it'll upgrade itself. Yeah. And then we can... I don't remember where this is. Cargo docks. Yes. We can also upgrade these. How many? Yeah, we probably should do that as well. Can we just directly upgrade? Yeah. So that'll go from small, to medium, which just allows more to come out at once. So that might be a little bit overkill for now, but that's okay. So we'll just leave those two and let them upgrade themselves naturally. Then what is their output then? I think it said 250, right? Like 250. Okay, well, that's going to be a little inefficient for now because our pipes can only do 200. That's alright. Which also means that this pipe is just going to be a choke point. I really would love to flatten all this before we start getting into more crazy oil production, but that's not really an option, it seems. That's okay. This will increase our capacity by a little bit to start, so that's fine. And you are now upgraded. Look at you. Look at you. Okay. Which Does that take more diesel then as well? Yeah, that's why our diesel just took a hit. That's okay. That's alright. We'll be alright. Let's unpause this. I know that's going to use a lot of oil, but... No workers. Ooh. We have a cold going on. That's not good. That's no good. Yeah. Not enough workers. Okay, I guess we will repause that. And something else for the time being. What else can we pause? Everything else is like super important. I guess we'll just pause one of those. Still people dying from a cold. Goodness. Could not store all potatoes. Is that this one just sending me issues? Yeah, it is. Which means we should have some... No, we don't have any backup here. Whatever. This, right. I'm gonna get this built. We cannot Unity that, but we can just unpause it and let them do it. What other inputs do we need? We're not going to be making any regular trucks or small excavators anymore. I think we have plenty of tree harvesters and tree planters, so we don't need to input vehicle parts 1, but if we did, we could just pretty easily just go from there. That did not connect. Wait. That port on the end is just for diesel, I think, is what it's trying to tell me. So we're gonna have to move that over. Unfortunately, let's see. Vehicle Depot 2. Let's look. Yeah, so that one on the end is a pipe. So what if we not like that? Flip. Nope. That is what we wanted, yeah. So if we do like that. Actually, is that stupid? Because we're gonna get to parts 3 eventually too. So we are gonna leave space. So you'll go in there. Then now we unpause this. And then our other inputs are gonna be rubber, diesel, and steel. Rubber, diesel, steel. So we'll need a fluid storage for diesel, which I know we don't have any of available. Be diesel. So I guess that'll be our next thing is next episode, upgrading our diesel production. Diesel. Where does our rubber come from? Over there. This is going to be closed off eventually anyways, so I don't think we need trucks going through there. So if we take our rubber belt there, go this way with it, then they'll kind of trade off there. Is it rubber, diesel, and steel? And steel we can get from right there. Okay, so rubber. Not the prettiest. That's okay. filled this whole belt? Yeah, it did. So now we should have everything belted in. Except for maybe our diesel. Just because we don't have a huge surplus of it. Wonderful, wonderful. We should now be seeing this storing up extra before too long. Did we do that? Yeah, 4. So maybe next time we will unpause these two and double our production there. How are we doing with the steam here? Looks like we still have plenty of steam. Awesome. Okay. Good. Good. I don't really want to tell them to keep that full. But now let's look at this. So if we go to our vehicle screen, how do we do this? Vehicle upgrader, yeah. So we'll do from pickup to truck. And then you can choose which ones you want to upgrade first. So like, I don't even know what trucks we would want to upgrade first. What's our most important ones? Probably coal. I mean, yeah, coal or iron it looks like. And then this will automatically upgrade them. So let's do a few for our coal tower. And that will bring the trucks over here to be upgraded rather than building new ones or scrapping the old ones. And then why did you do... Oh, okay. Fair enough. I was about to get so mad because we literally automated all of it and then they did that. Alright, and you just delivered the diesel. Sweet. So that'll upgrade 5 trucks for the coal mine. I want to see him come out. Let's see. Almost done. Waiting for our last little bit of diesel. That's okay. Ready? Oh, okay. So then the truck is gonna drive over. Is that you? No. Who is our lucky truck? No idea. You. So it'll drive up and... Oh, it actually goes in. That's cool. Boom! Our first big boy truck. Well, not even big boy, just level 2. They get even bigger. Yeah, alright, that's cool. So I'll go ahead and queue up a few for our iron mine then as well. Say, we'll do half of what that one has. We'll say 6. So it'll do these first, and then it'll queue up the next one. Awesome. So that's pretty automated now. So, very productive episode. We're getting places with this, which is great. They're filling that in with dirt, so we'll be able to expand our farms to have more food supply, but then also more excess to be able to start creating fuel gas, which is awesome. Big upgrades to our copper and iron, or steel, I mean, production, which is great. And to our production, our general production, I guess, as well. Upgrading these all to assembly 3s. Our storages are all full, which is beautiful to see. We're getting some trucks upgraded. How are we doing on glass? That's pretty empty. Which went to parts 2. We have a bunch in stock, but and I think that's just because we're not currently mining any quartz. That will change once this is done. We might build some excavators and start just telling it to do this, which I think had a crap ton of quartz in it, which is all of this. So that'll be our supply of sand until we're able to get down to this beach, or I guess over to here. Huge beach, but I think this is probably more reasonable to start with. We're getting this ramp almost connected, which is good. That's awesome. We've got our boat upgraded as well. Yeah, so next time we're gonna definitely look at upgrading our diesel production, and then at that point we're gonna be generating more steam. We can look at getting some more of these boilers going to handle our excess rather than just flaring it off, because that's just a total waste and it makes pollution. So we will get more of these built, which then we can put onto these to make some more free power, which is exciting for sure. Maybe we'll want to move our power stuff here. How much space did I leave there? Yeah, I mean, we might have enough space that we could set up some setups here and then just run a steam pipe over. That might be what we do, but we will have to get into that in the next episode. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today, and yeah, it's just awesome to see how far we've come with this island. Started off in this little tiny plot down here, all cramped and crowded, and now we're all sorts of spread out, and it's looking great. So thank you again for being here with me today, and I will see y'all in the next one.